Okay, so in the okay now okay, I've now got chat on Steam. Cool. And now let's get YouTube. You can tell I am still very unfamiliar with how all of this works. So if you are hearing, I'm still working out how to work all of this. Aha, I have found it. All right. Awesome. So I now have my wonderful system set up, which means that I can now draw. Now, the reason we are drawing instead of playing Tiny Glade is that Tiny Glade needed an update of computer software that would have taken forever, and is something that I'm not all too familiar with. So we are going to do neurographic art instead, which is a beautiful process where it just allows you to draw freehand and just experiment. So I'm just going to draw some lines across the page. Doesn't really matter where they go. Just as long as there are lines. Hey, we have our first chat. Hi, we are going well. How about you? We have had a very interesting week. We were going to live stream Monday last week, but that plan got thwarted by an injured shoulder, followed by sudden changes to our medical appointments, and so that changed that plan. Now, I'm not sure if you can hear the noise in the background. We have Asta in the room, and he is playing with a bag. Yeah. So I'm sorry we weren't able to play Tiny Glade. The computer wanted to do a whole bunch of things that we just did not have time to set up. Apple, what are you doing, buddy? Awesome, can't really hear the background noises. It was a shopping bag I brought home the other day, and he is obsessed with it because he likes the way it sounds. And so each time I go to pack it away, he starts playing with it again. I know you guys can't hear the noise in the background. On OBS, it lets us know. But it is such a distracting noise at the same time. Yeah, so this is our new cat. So both of them are massive cuddle bugs. And so both of them do like their cuddles and are very human oriented. Poppy is very much she's not a cat in that the thought of being in a house with another cat is something actually against. We lived with our grandparents for a little while and they have two cats, and it was always a little bit tumultuous between Poppy and their cats. Their cats are very social creatures. So Poppy wasn't too keen on the idea of another cat being in the house. But it was important because we do long hours at work, and so she needed company because we would be gone for like 12 hours a day, and so yeah, she just needed someone to be in the house with her. She's warmed up to him and they get on fabulously now. Aster is very playful. When I chose him, he was a little bit more on the reserved side, but he has completely opened up and now he is this absolutely gorgeous little explorer. They do play, which is really nice to see. He's not afraid to start mischief. Both cats are obsessed with food, but Aster is absolutely insane when it comes to food. He has absolutely no patience. He doesn't like the fact that he's on a feeding schedule, and he makes it known that he is displeased with food and with the feeding schedule. but he is a very playful. He is obsessed with the concept of birds. He's not allowed around any birds, but he is obsessed with the concept. And so it really is very much a oh, please don't walk on my keyboard. That move. There we go. That's back where it should be. I have forgotten what I was saying. He compliments Poppy really well. It's really nice. It's really nice to wake up with the two cats curled up together on the bed. Yeah. Yeah. So I do have to feed the cats in separate rooms. So I have to put Poppy in a separate room and shut him in that separate room. Because the process of trying to feed them when he is actively around is absolutely funny, but also incredibly annoying because he'll jump up on the bench and steal the food as you are dishing it out. Whereas Poppy will just wait. Yeah, so I have to put him in a room. Then I have to dish up Poppy's, give Poppy her food so that I can dish up Aster's. Then I have to give Aster the food and keep him locked up so that Poppy actually has a chance to eat her. Was also food motivated, but he was food motivated in a way that meant that he could learn tricks. Whereas Aster is a bit too obsessed with food and can't learn tricks because he obsesses over the food rather than what he can do to get the food. Yes, yeah. Yes, so I got Aster and Poppy from different shelters. The shelter I got Poppy from but Aster's did. It's always good to get cats in pairs, because it means that if you're out of the house for any reason, they're not alone. Which is part of the reason why we got Aster, was so that Poppy wouldn't be alone. Yeah, but the shelter we got Aster from, did advertise, and they have some absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous cats, and some absolutely gorgeous dogs as well. and because I, scrolled through their page multiple times, looking at the different animals that they had, Facebook is like, you just want all of the animals. And so now my Facebook is just full of, hey, would you like to adopt this cat? Hey, would you like to adopt this dog? And I'm like, I would so love to. It's so cute. Look at that little baby. But I can't because I've already got my two. Hopefully they'll already be bonded so I don't have to worry about them fighting / introducing them. Yeah, that is so fair. It is a bit of a strange task, bonding cats. And so that is quite good. Yeah, so work has been a little bit tumultuous. It was, we had a rough couple of weeks with our work, but we are currently on leave, which is nice. We are able to rest and recuperate, and so work, we do love our work, we do love what we do. And it's, yes, we've had a little bit of a rough patch, but we're hoping that when we get back, we will be a lot more, what's the word? We will be a lot more comfortable and ready to go. This week, good thing about this week is our medical appointment. We were given a temporary diagnosis for some of the things that have been happening. And we have been given a way forward. To deal with the medical condition that we have been living with without knowing what it is and everything else, which is really nice. We aren't saying too much on that at the moment because we want the formal diagnosis to be in place before we start discussing it. We've been given a temporary diagnosis that I don't actually remember what it is. But the temporary diagnosis will open the doors for further investigation, which is what we are currently in the process of doing. So tomorrow we have two quite interesting back-to-back appointments. One is an ultrasound and the other is... Oh, well, thank you for joining us. It was really lovely chatting with you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for hanging out with us as we streamed. Alright, see ya. Alrighty. Alright. It's a little bit strange not having someone to talk to. What can we talk about whilst we are just here? Um, uh, so, um, do, 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 do. Um, I have a question for any Apple users, because we recently got an iPhone for the 3D face tracking. It is what allows us to have better facial tracking. We have it constantly on silent, but there doesn't seem to be an option for silent without the vibration. And I'm wondering if there is a way to turn off the vibration while the phone is on silent. And so, if anyone knows, that would be very helpful. Especially when we've got a task we want to do. Now, if I go to Colourless Blender, and then I can come along and just blend